Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, today I am using some leftover. I have some leftover chicken and I want to make some brown stewed chicken. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and you can use some chicken that's already cooked. So what I have here is a chicken that I roasted a couple days ago. I did this in the air fryer. I roasted it for Charles and I, my husband and I. But we just ate a little bit of it, as you can see, just a little bit of chicken. And what are you gonna do with this whole big chicken, right? Now you have a choice. He said, why don't you just go ahead and freeze it? I can freeze it. But I decided instead of freezing it, let's just make some brown stewed chicken for today's supper. So that's how that's what I'm gonna make with this chicken today. So I'm hoping that you can come along with me. I'll show you exactly how I do that. And to get started over here, I have some items here that I went ahead and chopped up to save some time. So I have here a red onion, and this is how I cut my onion. Pretty big, just slice it like that. I have some peppers here. This is like 2 stalks of celery I have here. There's some garlic in here. I have some carrots, and I have some lima beans. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you how to make your brown stewed chicken. Okay guys, so let's get started. I have a pan here, and I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of oil in my pan, and I have some butter. This is about 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to drop in there. I'm going to let that heat up for a few minutes, and then I'm going to add my onions to it. Okay guys, so my butter, as you see, is melting down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and add my onions to that. And I'm just going to let my onions stay here for a couple minutes and saute until they become translucent. Okay guys, so when you have your onions here for a few minutes, you're going to go ahead and add your peppers to that. And I'm going to just add everything one time. I have some garlic here. I'm going to add my garlic to that as well. I have here some celery. I'm going to go ahead and add the celery to that. I have some carrots. This is like 3 carrots there. I'll add the carrots to that as well. Remember, my chicken is already cooked, so I'm not going to add any chicken. It will be the last thing that I'm going to add in here. And this is some lima bean that was in the freezer. These are the frozen lima beans. I'm going to add those as well. And I'm going to go ahead now and season this up. Okay guys, so now we have to season this up a little bit. So I have some seasoning in here which I combine my all-purpose seasoning, some paprika, some garlic powder, some onion powder. But I do this because I want you to use whatever seasonings that you have at home that is your favorite. There's no particular all-purpose seasoning that you have to use. Just use whatever you like to use, okay? And I didn't measure that. I just put a little bit of it. So you can put, if you wanted to use the same thing, you can put maybe like half a teaspoon of all your spices together and mix it up. Now, we are going to use a little seasoning. This is West Indian Bajan seasoning. It's onions and scallions and garlic and peppers and all that good stuff mix up and grind, okay, with seasonings inside of it. It's yummy, and I have a recipe up there that shows you how to make that if you are interested in making that, okay? The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some ketchup in here because I like to use a little bit of ketchup. It gives flavor. And I would add a tomato in here later. when everything is cooked down. I don't want to add the tomato right now. Okay, now I'm gonna change this color up a little bit, guys, because I told you we're making brown stewed chicken. So I have a bottle of browning here, and I'm just gonna add some browning to that. You can make your own browning with a little bit of sugar and oil. I let it the sugar just melts down and becomes browning. You can do it that way, or you can do it the way that I'm doing it, just by a bottle of browning. It's your choice. It's always a choice. So this is what my chicken is going to go into. So right now I'm going to lower my stove. I'm going to cover this, let everything cook, and then as a matter of fact, right now I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. Add a little bit of water, guys. I don't want to add too much water. This will give you a little bit of gravy. That's about good. And then I'm gonna put the cover on, let that boil down, and then I will come back and I'll show you what that look like. All right, guys, so this is my chicken here that I made. I said a couple days ago I made this in the air fryer. Guys, let me tell you something. I love the air fryer because when you come home, you don't have a lot of time. If you have your chicken seasoned up like way in advance, you put it in the air fryer. It takes 20 minutes on one side, then you turn it over on the other side. It's another 20 minutes. Maybe you can leave it a little bit longer if you think it's not brown enough, and you brown it. And this is how it got, and it was delicious. It is nice and crispy on the outside and nice and moist on the inside. So if you don't have an air fryer, get yourself an air fryer. But anyway, what I'm gonna do with this chicken right here is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take all the skin off of it, because I don't want to cook with all that skin on it. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off, and once I get all of the skin off of it, then I'm gonna cut it up. We're gonna cut it up and into small pieces. I have a leg right here. See that nice leg right there? Just take the skin off that. And we're going to leave the pieces chunky. We're not going to make it too small. Of course, you know you can make it any size you want. Oops, that's not skin. Those pieces right there. So these are the pieces that we're going to be cooking with in a couple of minutes. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. Hey guys, so here I have my chicken. It's all chopped up. Looks yummy. It looks like it's ready to eat already. Like I could just eat it. But it's cold, and we're making our brown stew chicken. So let's go over to the stove and let's finish this up. Okay guys, so here we are. And what I did not add just now was, this is my Argentina rain pepper sauce. And look at the texture and the color of that. I'm telling you, in Barbados, everybody uses this pepper sauce, and they season the food with it. And you know, you can always find a bottle full on the table afterwards, so just in case somebody want extra. But this helps to flavor the food, so I put that in there. I'm also gonna add in there, this is curry powder. I like to cook with a little curry powder. I like the flavor of it. But as you see, I just added a dash in there, so that would probably be about half a teaspoon. Just a little dash, because I don't want it to be too much curry in there, because we're not making curry chicken, guys. We're making brown stew chicken. And over here I have some, this is a little bit of turmeric, just a little bit, maybe about half a teaspoon of turmeric in there as well. Turmeric is very good for you. Then I'm gonna take my chicken and I'm gonna empty all the chicken in there, guys. Oops, my spoon dropped in. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just mix this all up. I think I'm gonna need a little more liquid in here because it's a little bit thick. As you see, I didn't add any salt to that, guys. I don't add my salt until the end. I just want to make sure with all those seasonings and spices that you put in there. Sometimes, you know, they have salt in it. I wait till last minute to salt, okay? So, leave this here and I'll be back in a few minutes to tell you show you what it looks like. Guys, so now let's finish this up. Let's check our chicken. Ooh, it looks good. Yep, it's all done. As you see, guys, I went ahead and added 2 tomatoes to it as well. So now let me just add a little bit of salt. I'm only going to add a little bit of salt, about this amount. Just a little bit, but you taste it, guys, and add salt to suit yourself. You know, taste it and just add in the amount that you want, okay? I'm going to go ahead and taste a little bit to see if it is salt enough for me. Perfect. Perfect. It is perfect. And my brown stew chicken is done, guys. I went ahead over here and I made some mashed cauliflower. I cooked the cauliflower. I just mashed it and added a little seasoning to a little all-purpose seasoning that is a little parsley and a little garlic to it. So I'm going to serve this all up and I will be right back to show you what it looks like. Guys, everything is all done. Let me show you what I did. Over here, brown stew chicken is all done. This is some recycled chicken, guys. You saw how I made that. And over here, I made some cauliflower, some mashed cauliflower. We're gonna have that. And over here is some yellow sweet potato. So this is what I'm going to serve for dinner today. So let me go ahead and taste everything and tell you exactly what it tastes like. So over here, have some utensils here that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start by taking a little bit of cauliflower. A little cauliflower on my plate. And over here, I will take a little piece of chicken. Take a chicken breast. And guys, when you make cauliflower really doesn't have a lot of taste. But what happens is when you make, like I make this as the brown stew chicken, I'll put some of the gravy on this. And you're going to be surprised that it takes on the flavor of whatever it is that you have. So it will take on the flavor of the gravy here. And of course, we have some potatoes here. I'll take a slice of potato. And this is be my dinner for the day. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it and tell you what it tastes like. It looks delicious. Let me start by tasting a little bit of cauliflower. I like cauliflower, guys. It takes time. You should try it and see if you like it. It takes on the flavor of the chicken. And then I'll taste it with the chicken here. I'm bored. That is delicious. Guys, this is a delicious and a healthy dinner. I can taste a little bit of pepper that I put in there. If you don't like pepper, you're probably going to use a little bit of that to season it and not a lot of it. But this is delicious, guys. It's nice and healthy. And in the chicken, you have carrots, you have lemon beans, you have celery in there. You have a lot of good healthy stuff. You have cauliflower and you have yellow potatoes. And you have chicken. Healthy dinner for the day, okay? Guys, I am so glad you were able to join me. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. I had fun. And I hope you have fun preparing some of this for your family. Until next time, bye-bye.